Can you all hear me?
Yeah, Naka, loud and clear.
I need to increase my volume. Okay, because I cannot hear you guys. Okay, today's topic is chapter 7. We're talking about the gap. So the author start the chapter on talking about himself. He said he is doing everything. He's running seminar, he's writing books, he is doing his chiropractic, and he has a wonderful family, everything. But he felt there was some kind of a loneliness in his heart. And I was doing a course on happiness, and the master told us that it's very difficult for us to define happiness. Happiness can be anything. It can be any criteria or yardstick for anybody. For example, for me, sitting in a swing and going up and down is happiness. Eating something very delicious is happiness. All those things. So now coming back to the question, are you guys happy? Who want to take this question? There's no right and wrong answer in this, yeah?
Yeah, I attempt this, Laka. Okay.
Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
It's clear and loud.
Oh, okay. Okay. Happiness, yeah. So basically, if I, well, whether I'm happy or not, okay, I would say that, um, before coming into this spiritual, path and before having this spiritual knowledge and before even coming into meditation and all those things, see, when you are little ignorant, right? I used to base my happiness on things outside of me. You know what I'm saying? If things goes well, I'm happy. Things doesn't go well, I'm not happy. So later, of course, I learned that happiness is within you. It comes from within. Things outside is all momentary. It just gives you a fleeting happiness. It's not permanent. So as I've been doing, working on myself in you know um, by meditating intensely and every day meditating, and when I'm doing that, it just feel so happy. You just feel that happiness. But to sustain that happiness throughout is something which I need to work on it, lah. Because you need that very extreme vigilance and awareness to ensure that that you should not be swayed by things outside. Your happiness, you have to maintain that happiness, the calm happiness throughout. So that's something which fluctuating. I need to work on that. But anyway, to say that happiness, regardless of whatever your situations or things outside of you, um, you have to reach to that level being happy all the time, and I'm working towards that. Yeah, that's my sharing.
Thank you, Bolaji. Amazingly explained. Deep, would you like to try this question?
Mm, since there's no right and wrong answers, I was trying from that day to find the answer for myself. What is it that makes me happy? I don't know actually, but I'm very sure it's nothing to do with external, nothing about things, about people, or how I do my duty as a mother, or am I lacking in my mother the leanness duty? I don't know. My maybe for me my main concern I is my child. So maybe my happiness I'm still attaching it to my child. So on that part I feel I know I need to work on it, but how I don't know. So I'm still maybe relying my happiness on my child still because I feel I'm responsible for him. I don't know.
Thank you, Deep. The other perspective of happiness. And yeah, when you admit that you don't know, it is the biggest thing, in spirituality. And it takes guts for us to admit that we don't know. Thank you for sharing, Deep. Nalis, what is happiness for you?
Hi, Tila. What is happiness to me? It's a very good question. Um, I don't. I think a sense of calmness would be my preferred word. Uh, Instead of getting happy about external things and things like that. I mean, all that doesn't hold any happiness for me anymore. So, uh, a sense of calmness and being joyful in that calmness is what I would like to achieve, but like what the rest of them were sharing, it's not easy, and I fluctuate from one end to the other. So, and again, like what Deep said, we don't know certain things sometimes. So it's a trial and error every day.
Thank you, Nalis. Thank you for sharing. You see, we all have a different perspective of happiness. Okay, anything that makes you happy. Okay, so shall we look at the second question? I'm sure you all have done the analysis of the identity gap. Identity gap, how you appear versus how you really are. So, are you living with duality? That means how you appear. Are you living like how you appear or how you really are? That is the question. Anyone? Apia, would you like to try this?
Uh, I I don't know what to say, Latila, because actually when I read this chapter, it really disturbed my mind lah. Because really disturbed my mind, and then after some time I read the chapter, then I was thinking, oh my God, uh, when he asks, when you say in us, are you really happy? And then he says that external things are not what really makes us happy. Then I was thinking, so how? Because sometimes external things make us happy. Sometimes it's internal. And then I was think that gap, how you appear as how you really are. Actually, if you ask me, Tila, very difficult. I myself, I'm pondering, on this question. So I really can't answer because it's this chapter really disturbed me lah. So I have to learn a lot about myself, I think.
Yeah, self-introspect, right? I'm very
Mm.
happy. I'm very happy you are analyzing yourself.
Yeah. When I read the chapter on a few days ago, after that, I didn't touch the book. I was thinking, oh my God, really, it really disturbed me. Asking, am I really happy? I never questioned myself whether am I really happy. Certain things make me happy. Certain things, I don't think about it. And then how I appear, I never thought about how I appear towards others and what I really am. Who am I? That question, right? Who am I? It's a very deep question.
Thank you for sharing, Papia. Sheila,
Yeah.
Sheila, I would like to hear your perspective.
Okay, I think I'm living in duality. Um, it's like, how do I say, from the beginning, I always feel like I'm not allowed, if I'm allowed to say that, I'm not allowed to live how I am. It's from the expectation, when we are young, the family puts some expectation, even you don't like, you have to follow. As you grow up, they have like, if you are the elders, you have like certain rules to follow, so that your siblings will follow your way of doing things. And then when you are married, then you have to follow the husband side. You only like behave in certain way. You wear certain dresses. You eat certain food. It's not something I feel like this chapter is like written for me. I feel like I know that past 3 weeks I was lacking, but then I was reading it. When I was reading this today, it's like I really felt like this is like written for me. I have this book for like a year plus, with me, and I never had the chance to read. So, and I always feel like I must read this book, and I think, and happens to be that maybe the time is now that you bring up this, and I was very happy. The moment I see, I was like, yeah, I'm joining this. So,
Amazing.
okay, so to say that I am living in duality, even I know that I'm living in duality, my external environment, it's not letting me to be as who I am. Because like, why are you so different? Why don't you do this like the
Mm-hmm.
normal people? It's like
Mm-hmm.
sooner or later, I think I'll be an alien in my own family. Like,
It
so
happens.
yeah,
It happens.
yeah, I am, and yeah, that's why I am living in duality.
Okay. In spirituality, we learn about authenticity. That means we are living as what's supposed to be, as how we are. I think it got something to do with age. As age increases, you kind of mellow. So now I think I am living in between, what do you call that? Authentic, what, how we appear and who we really are is, oh my dear, how who we really are is actually happening in my life. So I'm really sorry again. It says upgrade now. And from morning, I've been testing the Zoom session, and this is what comes out. Can you all please leave and come again? I'm really sorry about this.
Okay.